Yo, what's up guys? Bobington back again. I know it's been a while since I made a Path of Exile video, and I was planning on making a guide for my Scorching Mana Tank character, but I ended up ripping that character at 89, so we've got a new project that I've been working on, and it is a RF Elementalist cast while channeling Scorching Ray Flame Surge dank meme character. It's actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, and a lot more a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be, actually. I didn't expect it to end up doing this much damage, but we're currently level 75. I got a yellow Phantasmagoria here that I'm just going to pop in real quick. Like, pretty average mods, just a little bit of pack size, and basically go over kind of what the character does while playing it. So far, I've only got 5.5k life. I've got like 12 more life notes to pick up on the tree. Again, we are only level 75, so that's pretty much like, you know, pretty low level, I have to say. So I'm hoping to get at least 6.5k, maybe 7k life, a little bit of min-maxing with the gear. I think it should be pretty possible. It shouldn't be too difficult, but we'll have to see. But the reason I chose Elementalist was because, I don't know, I'd never seen somebody play RF Elementalist before, and with Paragon of Calamity and all that stuff, I thought it'd be pretty fun to see how that worked, and I don't know, I really like how it works right now. I'll basically go over like links and stuff after, but pretty much the stream told me that, I said, hey guys, do you want me to run massive AoE or do you want me to have more damage? So they were like, run massive AoE. So right now we are running, and that was an Exile, by the way. Right now we're running increased AoE, increased burning damage, Ellie, Focus, and Righteous Fire, and our 4-link. And I do have a 6-link, but I would still say that the character is pretty budget because the 6-link that I bought is a Holy Chainmail. So the item level is like 60, and it only cost me like 20c. So it's pretty easy to get like a pretty cheap 6-link these days. And the reason I wanted such a bad base is because the more I forgot this is a Beyond map. The more ES you have, the harder it is for you to regen over the Righteous Fire, because it does calculate your ES as well. And that's pretty much why I chose a bad base, because I'm not really scaling armor or anything. All I really have is life regen, so yeah, and Mad Fire Res. I only have a level 20 Purity of Fire. You don't need a level 20. You can use a 19 and it'll work just fine. I've got a level 19 one because I'm out regenning my RF like quite a bit. I've got 936 life regen right now, and I'm using a Marble Amulet as well, which I think this thing is fucking ridiculous. 1.5% life regen base. It only cost me 1c, and I pretty much just like threw an alch on the thing. So it's like pretty much best in slot amulet for an RF character, I would have to say. Gear is pretty average. The only thing that's above average, I would say, is a 6-link. If you're going to be using a 5-link, though, I would recommend not having Conk effect in. The only reason I have Conk effect in, because it doesn't affect Scorching Ray's damage at all, because the Scorching Ray does do a decent amount of damage. The only reason I have Conk effect in is for the single target, and that's literally, yeah, I mean, that's the fucking reason. That's pretty much it. I just did finish my Merc Lab, so we do have 25% Fire Pen when I use a lightning skill. That only works with the Flame Surge, but it's a really good single target boost, and I'm happy with that. For breaches, I do take out my Flame Surge and I put in Firestorm, I think? Yeah, I put in Firestorm, and I pretty much shit on breaches. Like, the cast one channeling is actually way stronger than I was expecting it to be, and I've got a lot of AoE scaling, so the Flame Surge and the Firestorm actually do work really well. Again, the character is in its early stages, and I've got plenty more life on the tree to get, and I've got 2 more jewels to get as well, so the damage will also increase, and I plan on going over to Growth and Decay eventually. I know I'm doing a lot of talking. I like to like fucking jam shit in a short amount of time. I don't know why, but I'll go over gear and stuff after this map. As you can see, I mean, the playstyle is like relatively safe. I mean, I'm running a dowsing flask, so if I ever am in trouble, I can just turn my RF off instantly. Basically, what I usually do before running into packs, I'll just pop my Basalt and my Ruby Flask and just walk in here and pretty much shit on everything. For bosses, I put Conk Effect in for my increased AoE, so I take out the increased AoE, and we kind of just walk in here and face roll the boss. The single target's pretty good. I honestly thought the single target was going to be garbage. And if you don't like Flame Surge, which I don't know yet because I haven't really tested too much, but I think Firestorm might actually be better than Flame Surge, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, as far as a tree goes, I pretty much just leveled Firestorm up until the point where I was using Scorching Ray, cast when channeling Firestorm, and yeah, that is actually really smooth to level with. The cast when channeling, again, like I said, is a lot stronger than I was expecting it to be. But I pretty much had plenty of life. I mean, I had 3k life and like fucking cruel as a witch, which was absolutely ridiculous. Pretty much came out to this side of the tree, got the area damage, got the life, got this fire damage, and then pretty much just started stacking life everywhere. I'm still filling in the Scion life wheel. I grabbed Constitution and then ignored all of this. After I got Constitution, I rushed Arsonist, came down to Heart of Warrior and Warrior's Blood, and then I filled in Combat Stamina and Barbarism. By that time, I was able to use RF and be able to sustain it. Now, a lot of people are probably going to ask, what about Elemental Equilibrium? Now, I need to do some more testing with this because I know speccing in Elemental Equilibrium will work very well with my RF and my Orb of Storms and for clear speed, but I don't exactly know how well it works with my single target because I don't honestly think that my clear speed is that bad. I guess it's just kind of one of those things. You can proc the Elemental Equilibrium with the Orb of Storms while you're Flame Surging as well. So, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, I need to do more testing with that. I'll probably spec it in here and see what we can do with that, see if it feels better or if it feels worse, and if it does, I'll be sure to let you guys know in the comment section. But yeah, pretty much just like life regen, like pretty much getting as much life regen as you possibly can. My jewels are pretty much, they're like fucking cheap as hell. Like this cost me like 2C, spell damage, mana, life, spell damage while holding a shield, damage over time cost me 3C, spell damage, fire damage, cast speed cost me 4C. I got this jewel socket and this jewel socket left to get. Right now we're level 75. I'm going to grab this last life node here, and then I'm going to get either one of these jewel sockets, so that'll put me at 78. And I've got another jewel with life on it. After that, I'm going to head down to Blood Siphon and probably over to Growth and Decay. We'll see about this, though. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm thinking I'm going to do it. And if I do go this way, I'll have another jewel socket that I can get to here around like low 90s, late 80s, and as well as a jewel socket here for 2 points. So I mean, the flexibility with the build is actually like really nice, and I've really enjoyed the character so far. Again, we're only level 75, so there's a lot more for this character to do, and it's actually pretty funny to watch the Elemental or the Paragon of Calamity like work with the RF, because it's just like you're just running around and your RF just gets bigger and then it gets smaller and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. As far as gear goes, I'm just using a Platinum Scepter, the Singularity, and I don't think this is that good. I only grabbed it just to test with it, but I kind of just stuck with it because the damage was fine. I'm probably going to upgrade to a Wand or a Scepter with spell damage and cast speed and all that other good stuff, because I really don't think this is working too well. The Hindered is okay, but I'm pretty sure the 77% increased damage does not work with RF. At least it doesn't seem to. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know in the comment section. Again, I have no fucking idea if it works with RF or not, but I thought it might, so I've been using that. And the 25% reduced move speed isn't that bad. Gloves, life. Flat life regen. I've just been getting life and life regen and a little bit of resist on everything. That's pretty much what's been going on here. Belt, life regen, resist, you know. Flash duration, that's a pretty bad roll. Gonna try and get a better one. I kind of want to get a reduced flash charges used belt, because I think that would be a lot stronger. But or increased flash charge again. I don't fucking remember what the mod is, but again, it's just pretty much life, flat life regen. We got a ring here. It's got life, strength. I got some rarity on some gear. Like I think I'm sitting at 64% rarity just because I didn't really need anything else. So we got a little life rarity. Got a little life rarity here, strength, a little bit of resist as well. Again, this ring was, I think this was the more expensive ring. This one was like 10C, but you don't have to go that hard for rings. This ring was like 1C. This was 1C to buy the white base, and I just crafted it a little bit and came up with this, and it fucking worked. Rise of the Phoenix is 1C, everyone knows, fucking cheap item. Boots, just grab some move speed, flat life regen, again, always nice to have. Not necessary, but it is nice to have. Lots of life, and yeah, you pretty much want to stack life on your gear as much as you can, because the helmet is not going to have flat life, but it is going to have percent max life with no corrupted items worn. So I can't use any corrupted items, which does kind of suck, but there's not really any corrupted items in my mind that I can think of that I really need to use. Plus you get the flat 100 life regen per second with no corrupted items on, so that pulls my life regen from 812 to 941, and it actually increases my life by quite a bit. Yeah, it gives me like, ooh, how much is that? It gives me like 220 life, which is actually pretty nice. Flasks, just a seething staunching. Divine Flask, got an internal dowsing. This is pretty much just for emergency situations, so I can turn my RF off. And yeah, that's pretty much what that is for. English. Just a Quicksilver. I need to get a better Quicksilver. Kind of want one with move speed on it, which any kind of Quicksilver works. You don't even have to use this. You could use the Consecrated Ground Flask, the Sulfur Flask, I believe. Get a little more life regen, but it is going to slow down your clear speed a little bit. Basalt, of course, really important. I've just got increased duration. Again, this one could be rolled a little better too. And a Warding Ruby Flask. Warding is really important because if you get Vuln put on you, with right now my gear, Vuln doesn't make it to where I can't out-regen my Righteous Fire, but if you have a little less gear than I do, you might want a Remove Curse on one of your Flasks, just in case you get Vulned and start degenning life. As far as links go in gear, increased crit strikes, Orb of Storms, flammability, curse on hit, and that's pretty much to proc our Ellie Overload and it curse on hits with flammability. I got cast 1 damage, taken Immortal Call, increased duration, you know, just the usual. I thought about taking out the increased duration because it's not really doing much, and I might put a Val Lightning Trap in there for bossing. I think that would actually put the boss killing speed up like quite a bit, obviously by like 50%, because, you know, shock, 50%, you know how that goes. I got increased burning damage, Ellie Focus, increased AoE, Righteous Fire, and I throw my Conk in here with my Flame Dash and faster casting just to switch in between when I want to do a boss. Our 6 link, again, pretty average. It's got life, fire res, lightning res. This really this cost me 20C. Like this 6 link cost me 20C. Look up 6 links and look up like low level ones, and you will find them for fucking cheap. Try and get one that is armor ES, so you don't have ES over, like, you don't, because the more ES you stack, fuck, I'm stuttering a lot. The more ES that you stack, the harder it is going to be to regen or out-regen the Righteous Fire. So you want to make sure that you're getting as little ES as possible, which is kind of a pain in the ass because there's ES on this, there's ES on this, there's ES on this. Got to get ES on this because you need a lot of blue sockets. So, but you want 6 blue. I got Scorching Ray, Controlled Destruction, Ellie Focus, Conk Effect, Cast while channeling, and Flame Surge. Again, I take out Flame Surge for breaches typically and put in Firestorm because it's a lot better for clearing big packs. And again, if you're not going to be using a 6 link, you want to take out Conk Effect because the Conk Effect doesn't affect your Scorching Ray's damage, and the Flame Surge is actually pretty fine without the Conk Effect. Like, you'll still do plenty of damage. But, I mean, as far as character goes, that's pretty much the gear, links, everything. I'm running a Stone Golem and a Fire Golem because the Stone Golem gives me quite a bit of life regen. They don't typically die, and especially the Flame Golem because of Leash of the Primordial. I started with Leash of Primordial, I then got Pendulum of Destruction, and then Mastermind of Discord. For Uber Lab, I'm probably going to get Shaper of Desolation. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, though, because I don't exactly know how well that's going to do with RF and the Scorching Ray. Like, the only time this is ever going to work is with the Firestorm or the Flame Surge, so we might actually get Paragon of Calamity instead. So for those times that we do take some fire damage, we have 8% reduced damage taken and 40% increased damage, which makes us take less degen from the Righteous Fire as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the guide for the character at level 75. I've been having a ton of fun. It's pretty hipster, I guess. I don't know. It's a cool character. I hope you guys are definitely going to give it a try. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll link my Twitch in the description. I'll link my Twitch in the description as well. And I hope you guys come check it out there. I will be live streaming later today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys did enjoy the guide. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all in twitch.tv/Bobington3. Peace, guys. Have a good one.